Slate tile is it is the most rugged tile of them all. It is very, very textured, and every one is completely different. You don't have the same thing. It's like picking up stones. You go around and all the different stones have different colors, different shapes, different textures. It's just a totally random tile. It's made up of many layers. I know you can't see it, but it's a lot of layers done, and out pops this. It's really a cool looking tile, but you want to be careful where you lay this. And where do you lay it? I'll tell you where not to first off. Do not lay it in the kitchen. Do not lay it in a main walkway. Now, when you first come into a house, you could lay it there, due to the fact that people have their shoes on, and at the entrance, you can walk in, and with your shoes on and stuff, not a big deal, right? Your feet don't have to be comfy because you have your shoes on. But once you take them off and you start walking into your main walkway, your kitchen, bathroom, living room, I highly, highly, highly recommend not doing it there. So many reasons for it. One of the main ones is very uncomfortable on your feet, and unless these are sealed really, really well, they can stain very easily. Now, if you do use these indoors, you want to actually seal them beforehand. So you would seal it, let it sit and dry, and then lay it down. The reason for that is just you want to guarantee that you get all the space. If you try and do it afterwards, it's really hard to get it all. And it's a bit different kind of a seal, and you brush it on. So something just to remember too. And you want to get the sides as well. Most people don't start with this, and I recommend you not. But if you do want something like in a front walkway, after you've done a floor or two or something like that, then go for it. It also works well outdoors. It is a total 100% outdoor usable tile, due to the fact that it is stone. So it's like you're using stone, and it'll work pretty much anywhere. It can take the abuse outside. So that's a great thing about it. You don't have to buy specific, because all slate will work outdoors. The cost of it is fairly high, so be careful about that. You're looking at, like something, I'm not sure the exact amounts, but $4. I've seen up to 18. It can get pretty pricey, so watch out for that. Quality, it's stone, so it's good, unless you've noticed that a lot of them, when you're looking at buying them, they're all broken in the stack, and chances are it probably isn't that great. Not really easy to clean. Downfall to them, because they're so bumpy. It's not like you can just take a vacuum cleaner or over top of it. You got to be careful, and they are porous, so you have to seal it, which will make it easier in that sense. But sweeping, stuff can get caught, kind of idea. Durable, the durability is good with them, and that is a big bonus. Very, very, very durable tile. Now, when you're laying this tile, you want to once again use your 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. Quite heavy. And the biggest thing is, now if I show you this side, and then I show you this side, you probably don't have a great idea of which one's the top, which one's the bottom. They're both really bumpy, up and down, and another reason for the 1/2 inch is it allows for all of those imperfections in the bottom. So if you do have a lot of ups and downs, no problem. You have some play with the 1/2 inch trowel. So don't use anything less than that when doing that. You can use regular mortar with this. You don't have to worry about the gray. It doesn't show through. If you're outdoors, make sure it's specifically for outdoors. Very important. You don't want to be laying something that will just get washed away. Cutting these things, you can't use a breaker once again, but angle grinders just work fantastic for this kind of tile. I wouldn't bother with a wet tile saw. You'll scratch it. You'll get frustrated with it. The angle grinder is pretty much your only way to go. It cuts through it nice. It doesn't matter what side you cut through it. Whereas if you use the other ones, you actually have to cut from the bottom. We'll explain all that later into more detail, but it's just a very easy to cut kind of tile. It takes a little bit of time, but it comes out really nice. Your spacing, this is where pretty much you can do whatever you want. You can go small, you can go big, but use sanded grout with that. Slate, just like marble, comes in all different shapes and sizes, like I was saying before. So buy the whole lot and hand pick them out, whichever ones you want. You can do a design, you can do whatever. If you don't mind the mixture, just go ahead and lay it, let it rip, don't worry about that. But if you do care about the colors and that kind of thing, hand pick them very carefully.